Take 307. Good morning, guys. So it's Monday. We've had 1 week of quarantine. That was hard. That was really weird. Not getting up, not being able to leave your house. Well, you can leave your house, but not really being able to leave your house for much. We're going to keep things the way that we have. This is going to be like a virtual regnant. We're going to go through announcements, warm-up, question of the day. You can put the answers in the comment section. And then we're going to go through the workout and scale it as much as we can. Again, if you have questions or we didn't answer something or didn't give you an answer to something you're looking for, message one of the coaches. Don't put it in the comment section. That gets a little muddied. Message one of the coaches or myself, and then we'll give you the answer or help you out to get the workout to go exactly how we would like it to go. So, announcements, structure. The first thing that went right out the window the minute this whole thing happened was structure. If you didn't have to go to work or if you're working from home, it's completely different. You're not getting up at 6 o'clock. Some of you, if you are, congratulations. If you're not, that's throwing a wrench in your game plan. If you're not getting up at 6 o'clock, if you're not doing the same routine, you're probably not eating the same. You're probably not exercising the same. Everything's changed. Create some sort of structure in your life. I work out at 6. Typically, I'm going to work out at 6 all the time. I work out at 5 o'clock all the time. That's the time I'm going to train. I work from 8 to 4. That's when you work. Make sure if you are those people that take that lunch break so that you can go work out, keep that the same. It's going to be a little bit better for you. When you come back, it's going to be easier to get back into routine. Everything stayed the same and you stayed fit. Healthy choices. A ton of companies have emailed with enticing little offers of 20% off your first takeout order or order from Papa John's. They're doing a wicked donair pizza. Don't do that. Make sure you're maintaining healthy choices. Pizza is terrible for you. I don't care what anybody says. Pizza's not great for you. It's good for the brain. It's terrible for the body. So make sure you're making healthy choices. If you are going to eat out, make healthier choices. Say you're having a burger, don't have fries, have a salad. Realistically, you don't want to eat out very much. There's a lot of preservatives in that food. It's going to cause you to bloat. It's not going to feel great. And I mean, this might go on for a while. So eating Five Guys burger and fries is going to look like you've been eating Five Guys burger and fries. You don't want that. You guys have put a ton of hard work into this. You want to see it still. You don't want to say goodbye to it all. So healthy choices, please. And then maintaining connections. Maintain a connection, whether that's with the same people in the class you used to work out with. Message them, see how they're doing. If you guys even want to keep up with each other, make sure that you're training at the same time. Say, the 6 a.m. people, they train at the same time pretty much all the time. If one of them's missing, it's weird, and they'll probably call each other out on it, or ask each other whenever they come back. Maybe maintain that connection with that person. If you haven't talked to a family member in a long time, right now you have more than enough time to do so. Maintain some sort of connection. Please don't stay in your house and be a hermit, peeing into jugs, being all weird. Don't do that. We want you to come back, not caveman-like, come back and be able to kind of go back into things the way that we came into it. Keep exercise routine. Again, we talked about at the beginning. 2 things. One, routine is huge. And the second thing is exercise is extremely important. Right now, it's on the back burner because we're worried about mortgages. We're worried about, let's just put finances. We're worried about finances. We're worried about when this is going to end. There's a lot of unknown things. Yes, that's on the back burner right now, but it should be something you are really, really keeping up with. It's great for the endorphin and dopamine release, and it's great for mental health. Especially if you're stuck at home all the time. That's going to be terrible. Do not let go of exercising. Keep that time for yourself. So, other than that, let's talk about the question of the day. Question of the day is best part about being quarantined. For me, that's family time. Family time is huge for me. So I put that. I'm getting a ton of family time. I'm super grateful for that. Put your answer in the comment section with your results today. Your workout, or your warm-up today rather, is 3 rounds, and it goes 5-inch worm walkouts, 5 perfect squat techniques. Didn't invent the name, please don't make fun of it. And then 10 frog squats. Let's start with the frog squats. So, frog squats. I'm gonna keep a soft bend in my knees, soft bend, right? not locked out. Soft bend in my knees. I'm gonna tuck my fingers under my toes, and then I'm gonna squat down. When I squat down, I'm going to flatten my back out, okay? So trying to get that stretch either in the hips, if you're tight in the hips, in the ankles, if you're tight in the ankles, or the back, if you're tight in the back. So it looks like this. Feet, our hands under the feet, squat down, pull those knees out, flatten that back out. For me, I feel it all in my adductors. So wherever you feel it, you can even put that in the comment section where you feel that. Then we go into a 5 perfect squat technique. That's 5 per side. You'll see why. So I'm going to lunge forward. I'm going to go hand underneath, then hand out. Lunge back. Lunge forward, hand underneath, hand out. Now goal is to be able to go underneath a little bit farther and overhead a little bit farther using that arm to propel you up every single time. And then 5 inchworm walkouts. This one's going to be with the push-up. Looks like this. Walks out, push up, chest to the ground, lock out, walk your hands back in, and try your best to keep your legs as straight as possible and walk those hands back in a little bit closer to those feet every single time. You're going to go through that 3 times. Then we're going to go into your workout. That's a 2-parter. So, a 10-minute AMRAP. At high effort. Let's describe high effort. High effort is going to be how you feel today. High effort is always how you feel that day. Especially in CrossFit, we have this misconception that high effort is exactly how I felt that one time that I was working out. It was really awesome. I was eating well, I was sleeping well, I had no stress in my life, and high effort felt like high effort. High effort is how you feel today. High effort today could be completely different to high effort tomorrow. High effort for me is 85-90%, meaning I'm able to breathe, breathing heavy. I'm still maintaining good breath throughout the whole movement. I'm not holding my breath. And I'm able to, this is an important one, sustain the exact same pace on my work. So if one round took, this one's going to be a little bit different, but if one round took me 1:30, every round after that, the goal is to maintain that 1:30 for each round. That's sustainability. High effort, please. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, and ascending ladder for single arm dumbbell clean and jerks. Let's go through that movement right now. Single arm dumbbell clean and jerks. So I'm going to finish all of the work on one arm before I move to the other one. For me, I always start with my left arm. That's my weakest arm. So a dumbbell clean and jerk. It's going to start in the hang position. Now, I can start in the middle of my body or I can start on the outside, whichever one you guys like. I personally don't like the outside one. I feel like I'm twisting too much. So I like to start on the inside. It's easier because for me, it's a relationship between your hips or your knees rather and the bar or the dumbbell, right? Like Olympic lifting, makes more sense. So, me, I always hook grip, clean, look, dip down, chest go up. I'm going to snap my knees. When I snap my knees, I'm going to use that to get the dumbbell weightless, and then I'm going to shrug and bring it up. I'm not going to bicep curl it. So again, up, up. That front rack position is still maintained. Elbow parallel to the ground, dumbbell resting on my shoulder. From here, I'm going to do a jerk. Now, jerk, that word is always defined by catching a weight with locked out arms. So make sure your arm is locked out. You're not doing this, right? That's a push press. So I'm going to make sure that I drop underneath the dumbbell. For those of you with short ceilings, this is going to be a really good time to learn something like this or how to catch or get under a dumbbell really fast. Another thing I forgot to point out is the dip. When I dip, for me, I knees out. That's my thought in my head. I'm always thinking knees out, and then I snap my knees. So, knees out, snap, catch. Again, the number pertains to the amount on both arms. So if it's 2, 2, 2. If it's 4, 4, 4. Then we go into 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. So we're pairing that all together. I'll explain how that works in a sec. We go 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 of double unders. Scaling for double unders is single unders. Again, if you're doing single unders, 2 is worth 1 point. So 10, you're doing 10 double unders, you're doing 20 single unders, but 20 is only worth 10 points, just for the point wise. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Again, single lungers, you're doing double of that number. Or penguin jumps if your ceiling is too low, or if you can't skip in the area that you're in. If you're on rug, that'll be super weird. Either way, penguin jump looks like this. I'm gonna jump. It's gonna look exactly like a double under. It's even gonna maintain the same rhythm. It's actually a movement we get people to learn or to do if they're having problems with double unders. I'm gonna jump in the air. When I'm in the air, I'm gonna slap my thighs twice, like a double under. Up, 1, 2. Up, 1, 2. Instead, up, 1, 2. Up, 1, 2. Looks like this. So, landing soft and making sure I slap my thighs in the air, not slap, jump, right? So, once I finish that one, my points look like this. Round 1 is worth 12 points. Round 2 is worth 36. Round 3 is worth 72. Round 4 is worth 120. Round 5 is worth 180. And round 6 is worth 252. Somebody check my math on that one. I might be wrong. It's early. What was I going to say here? Oh, sorry, if you're doing scaled, exactly the same. Because double unders, you're single unders, you're only worth 2 or only worth 1 point. Other than that, if you make it past round 6, grab a calculator, figure that one out. You're too fit for me. 5-minute rest. Keep that 5-minute rest very, very structured. So 5-minute rest, and then into B. B is another 10-minute AMRAP at high effort. Again, high effort dictated by how you feel. You've just worked out, you've taken a 5-minute rest, you're about to work out again, doing another 10-minute workout. That high effort might seem a little bit different than the first one. So high effort, sustainable effort, but high. Making sure you're sweating and breathing hard. 10 jumping air squats. We'll go through the demo as we come back up. 10 jumping air squats, 20-foot core bear crawl, and then 30 flutter kicks. So let's make our way back up. Flutter kick. Lay down on the ground, and I'm going to raise my feet, put myself into a hollow body position, and I'm going to kick my feet. Here's how the reps work. 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3. Now, if I'm having problems with my lower back, what I'm going to do is I'm going to tuck my hands underneath my bum. It looks like this. Like an ab mat, that's going to help support your lower back. So from here, again, slow hollow body. 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4. Until you reach 30 reps. 30 reps per kick. Make sure you're maintaining a hollow body. If you're flat on the ground, it's not going to be a hard movement. If you want abs, you got to work for them. So make sure you're making that movement tough. 20-foot core bear crawl. If you work out in a prison cell and you have like 8 feet, what you can do is you can grab something to signify what's 5 feet each way, or 5 feet in the distance. Walk past that marker and then walk back to that marker. It's going to look like this. Core bear crawl, all fours, and make sure that my knees are close to the ground and my hips aren't shifting. So, if this is my marker, it would look like this. That's 5 feet. And then my other 5 feet. Now that's not actually 5 feet, please don't judge me. But that's going to be the way that I would treat that one. Each 5-foot section is worth 1 point. Point spread breakdown is on the back. So, 10 jumping air squats. You can go above and beyond and you can jump really, really high. It's up to you. A jumping air squat is just a squat, meaning below parallel. When I come up, I'm going to put a little bit of air under my feet. Looks like this. Couple things to make sure. Knees tracking over my toes, not coming in, right? You guys laugh when you see movements like that. You'll do them sometimes, especially as you get tired. So knees tracking over my toes, pushing them out. Second thing is make sure when I jump, my chest is still up, or when I squat, my chest is still up. I always say picture like you have a cup of water or a cup of tea or coffee on your chest. Now if I dip down like that, say goodbye to your coffee. You don't want to do that. So keep in mind how straight up or how upright that chest needs to be. Do whatever you can to keep that. Sometimes we say wall squats where you're facing a wall. Think of that. So 10 jumping air squats, 20 foot core bear crawl, 5 foot section is worth 1 point, and then 30 flutter kicks. 1 round is worth 44 points. Put your points or your scores in the comment section along with your answer for the question of the day. Other than that, if you have any suggestions on how this could be easier or how we could make this easier for you, whether we're missing something, whether we're not using a scaling properly, or whether there's equipment that you have that's not being utilized, please let us know, message a coach, message myself, and we'll figure it out for you. Other than that, have a good day. Happy Monday, guys.